You've tracked every calorie, you've survived on salads, you've pushed through grueling workouts, and yet the scale hasn't moved an inch. Most experts will tell you it's a lack of discipline. They say you just need to work harder. But what if the model you're following is fundamentally broken? The truth is, your body is not a calculator. You can't just subtract calories and expect a result. Your body is a complex hormonal survival machine. And right now, it might be stuck in a defensive mode that makes fat loss biologically impossible. There is a silent war happening inside your cells. From hijacked brain signals to rusted cellular doors, your biology is running a script that willpower alone cannot rewrite. Today, we're moving past the surface-level diet myths. We are uncovering the 4 scientific mechanisms that are actually keeping you stuck. This isn't about laziness, it's about biology. Let's stop fighting your body and start mastering the science of how it actually works. You've counted every calorie, cut carbs, gone to the gym, and the scale doesn't move. What if I told you? The model you've been following is missing something critical, something your doctor probably never mentioned, something happening right now, inside your cells. Because the real reason most people can't lose weight isn't discipline, it's biology. Studies show that up to 95% of people who lose weight through calorie restriction regain it within 5 years. 95%. So either almost everyone on the planet lacks willpower, or the model is wrong. The truth is this: your body is not a calculator. It's a sophisticated hormonal system that actively fights against weight loss. And there are 4 mechanisms, backed by peer-reviewed science, that explain why calorie counting alone almost never works long-term. One of them is happening in your body right now, even if you don't feel it. Mechanism number 1, leptin resistance. Leptin is a hormone produced by your fat cells. Its job is simple: travel to your brain and signal, you have enough energy, stop eating. In a healthy body, this feedback loop works perfectly, but here's the problem. When excess body fat persists over time, your brain becomes flooded with leptin signals, and it stops listening. This is called leptin resistance, and it means your brain genuinely believes you're starving, even when you're not. So it does what any survival system would do. It increases hunger, slows your metabolism, and makes your body hold on to every calorie it can. You're not eating too much because you're weak. You're eating too much because your brain has been hijacked by a broken feedback loop. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found leptin resistance in up to 70% of overweight individuals. The science is clear. Willpower isn't your problem. Mechanism number 2, insulin resistance. Insulin is your body's storage hormone. Every time you eat carbohydrates, blood sugar rises, and insulin is released to move that glucose into your cells for energy. But when cells are constantly flooded with insulin, from years of high sugar, high carb eating, they stop responding. The doors close. Your pancreas compensates by producing even more insulin. And here's the critical part. High insulin directly tells your fat cells to store more fat and physically blocks your body's ability to burn it. You can be eating 1,500 calories a day, exercising regularly, and your body will still prioritize fat storage because your insulin levels won't allow fat burning. This is why millions of people doing everything right still can't lose weight. And the worst part? Insulin resistance is largely invisible. Most people have no idea they have it. Mechanism number 3, and this one is perhaps the most misunderstood: metabolic adaptation. When you reduce calories significantly, your body doesn't accept the change. It fights back. Your metabolism, the rate at which you burn calories at rest, can drop by 15 to 30% within just weeks of starting a diet. This is called adaptive thermogenesis, and it's your body's ancient survival response to perceived famine. Your brain doesn't know you're trying to fit into last summer's clothes. It thinks you're starving, so it does everything it can to conserve energy. It reduces your body temperature, slows your heartbeat, even reduces the unconscious movement, like fidgeting, that burns hundreds of calories per day. A landmark study in the journal Obesity followed contestants from The Biggest Loser for 6 years after the show. Every single contestant had a significantly reduced metabolic rate years later. Their bodies had permanently adapted to burn fewer calories. This is the cruel irony of crash dieting. The more aggressively you cut calories, the more your body learns to survive on less, and the harder every future attempt becomes. There's a fourth factor that ties all of this together: cortisol. When you're under chronic stress, work, poor sleep, emotional pressure, your body releases cortisol. In small doses, it's essential, but chronically elevated cortisol does something devastating. It directly increases insulin levels. It promotes fat storage specifically in the abdominal area, and it amplifies cravings for high-calorie foods by activating reward pathways in the brain. You're not emotionally eating because you're weak. You're responding to a hormonal cascade that evolved to protect your ancestors during famine. Your body cannot distinguish between a stressful deadline and a predator chase. To your hormones, it's the same emergency. So what does the science actually say works? 1. Prioritize protein. Protein is the most satiating macronutrient, and it directly improves leptin sensitivity. Multiple meta-analyses support 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. 2. Resistance training over cardio. Muscle tissue improves insulin sensitivity at the cellular level. 3 weekly sessions have been shown to significantly reduce fasting insulin in just 8 weeks. 3. Sleep is non-negotiable. A single night of poor sleep can reduce leptin by 18%. And increase the hunger hormone ghrelin by 24%. You cannot out-diet a poor sleep schedule. 4. Manage cortisol deliberately. Hard limits on work stress, daily recovery, walking, time in nature, decompression. Not as wellness advice, as hormonal intervention. These aren't lifestyle tips. They are direct levers on the biology that controls your weight. Let's bring this together. The reason most people can't lose weight isn't a lack of effort. It's a combination of 4 biological forces working against them: leptin resistance, making your brain think you're always starving; insulin resistance, trapping your body in fat storage mode; metabolic adaptation, slowing your metabolism every time you diet; and chronic cortisol, sabotaging everything from within. Calories matter, but they are only one piece of a far more complex system. When you understand the hormonal biology driving your weight, you stop fighting yourself, and you start working with your physiology. If this changed how you think about weight loss, subscribe to Healthy Body Science if you want more science-based insights that help you work with your body instead of fighting it. Every week, we break down the science your body is already running on. And if you want to understand how your metabolism works at the cellular level, that breakdown is right here.